the normal help that a person has in overcoming temptations was taken away. Whatever the case is, Yehuda sees her by the crossroads. Yehuda goes and is with her, but she said that there's a certain payment. She takes collateral for the payment. What does she take as collateral for the payment?
His ring.
His ring. His staff. And his cloak, his cape. Right? And then, right, when he sends payment afterwards, she's not to be found. Okay?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
What did he do wrong?
Okay, she was,
She didn't bring.
actually he didn't do anything wrong.
What did he do wrong?
I'm sorry?
What did he do wrong?
We wouldn't, in fact, this was a woman who he was okay being with. He didn't know that. He thought she was a woman by the crossroads.
What's wrong with that?
Prostitute.
So what?
Oh, okay. Look, she wasn't a married woman, right? A man could be with a woman, right? So is it, right? Right? I would imagine, right, that if the shul would witness me doing something like
You're a
that,
married man. He was not a married man.
I would imagine the shul, right, wouldn't say, well, what's the big deal, right? I think they would view that as my contract describes such acts, moral turpitude, and that would be grounds for dismissal.
But he wasn't a married man.
Okay, and if a shul had an unmarried rabbi,
What happened to
and the
him?
same thing would happen, I don't think they would say it's fine since he's not married.
But we have different standards now.
Okay, so actually Rambam says that before the Torah was given, it's okay. Okay, right. Whatever the case is, I'm not coming to slam Yehuda. I'm coming to fill the story in, right?
You said that he did something wrong. I don't see what's
could I
wrong.
say something?
It wasn't let's say it wasn't upstanding. Okay?
There were different rules.
Fair enough.
Different morals at that
Fair enough. Yes.
What he did wrong was he didn't honor Tamar
How did
in
he
his
do
promises.
Okay.
And that's why
Okay. So according to some of the commentators, he really was planning on having Sheila marry Tamar, not once he was physically old enough to, but once he was emotionally old enough to not repeat the errors of his brothers. Okay, so that depends on different approaches. But let me go over here because I want to get to a point over here. Word comes to Yehuda, Tamar is pregnant. She's supposed to be waiting for Sheila, and she's pregnant. Well, for that infraction, there was capital punishment in that time. She furnishes the ring, the cloak, and the staff, and she says, from whoever these belong to, it is from him that I am pregnant. Yehuda recognizes, let's take a look over here on page 212. He mutzeit, verse 25, as she was taken out to be burnt, V'hi shalcha el chamia, she sent to her father-in-law Lamor, saying, El Yisroel lo, to the man to whom these belong, Anochi hara, it is from him that I am pregnant. Vatomen, she said, Haker, now recognize, please, to whom belongs this ring, the staff, and the cloak. Vayaker Yehuda recognized it. Vayomen, he said, Tzadka mimeni, she is righteous. Either she's more righteous than I, or tzadka, she's righteous. From who is she pregnant? Mimeni, from me. Because I didn't give her to Sheila, my son. And then there were twins, and she gave birth. And who were the twins? Who were the sons? Peretz and Zarach. Out from whom comes the Davidic line of royalty. Then we go back to where we were before. And Joseph was brought down to Mitzrayim. So why is this interjected in the middle? And Rashi brings an incredible Gemara. Why is this interjected in the middle? To compare Tamar with the wife of Potiphar. To say, just like she acted for the sake of heaven, just like Tamar acted for the sake of heaven, to be part of the family of Judah, so too the wife of Potiphar acted for the sake of heaven. Meaning, she foresaw through astrology that she and Yosef would share children. And that was true. How did she and Joseph share children? Ultimately, Yosef marries who?
Her daughter.
Her daughter.
Is it her daughter that he...
Her daughter. And therefore, she and Yosef down the generations share children. But she didn't know. She thought it was through her. Actually, it was through her daughter. So both she and Tamar had the same pure, heavenly intentions. So if that's the case, how does Tamar become the mother of the Davidic line of dynasty? And how is the wife of Potiphar scorned and dismissed as a disgusting adulteress? They both started off with the same purity of intentions, the same l'shem shamayim.
Due to false accusations by Potiphar's wife and honest discretion on the part of Tamar.
So it's easy to start out with the best of intentions. But invariably, things happen along the way. How do we react when things don't go the way that we had planned? Right? We go out of our way to help somebody, and we help them in a very fundamental, thorough, beautiful manner. And we expect, the appreciation, the adulation of that person. And then they dismiss us. How do we react? How do we feel? We started off the Shem Shamayim. How do we then react? Tamar started off the Shem Shamayim for the sake of heaven. Things did not go the way that she had anticipated. She was with Yehuda, but here she is being taken out to be burnt together with her twins in utero over there. What's her reaction? It was you! It was you! What's her reaction?
Very subtle.
To whoever these belong to, she stayed true to her L'Shem Shamayim. The wife of Potiphar, things don't go her way, things don't go the way she envisions. What happens? Look what this slave did. He came to me, he tried to force us up, I screamed and he ran. Starting off L'Shem Shamayim, starting off with good intentions. Now what's the expression we have?
The road to heck.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Right? It's easy to start off with the good intentions. But rarely do we not have some challenges along the way. Right? We began. Yaakov wanted to sit b'shalva. Right? Right? Let me have the martini now. Right? It never goes as smoothly, as easily as we plan. There are always going to be the potholes. There are always going to be the speed bumps. There are always going to be the diversions. There are always going to be the challenges along the way. What determines who and what we are is how we handle those. Do we get stronger from them and become even more committed? Or do we get completely derailed? And as Rosa brought up earlier, gozer u'mekayem. we have to realize that whatever challenge comes our way, God decrees that mikayem. He's going to give us the strength to make it through, but it's easy to get diverted. Yosef was, right, here he was, his dreams, he's the choice son of the father gives him a beautiful coat, he's having dreams, prophetic dreams about his grandeur, he's thrown into a pit, he's sent down as a slave. Nevertheless, he keeps rising to the top. Why? Shem Shamayim Shagor B'Piv. God put me here, let me see what I can do in this situation. He rises to the top, and he's slammed down again, and he's sent into prison, and he rises to the top. It's easy to have the good intentions, but we're always going to find ourselves in these compromising, challenging situations. What determines will be the Tamar, or will be the Eshet Potiphar, the wife of Potiphar, is how we deal with the inevitable challenges along the way. And do we keep our eyes on the prize? Do we keep ourselves focused and make sure that we are becoming the type of person that we want to be, the vision of Yaakov, of where we come from, where we want to go? Or are we keeping ourselves focused or not? That's the determining factor. Yes?
So as you were speaking about the hardships that we need to get stronger, the image I have is the kneading of the challah. That the more you become...
Beautiful. Beautiful, Ora. Ora, that is an illuminating thought from Ora. Beautiful, right? The more you knead the challah, the better it rises. Right. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Until now, she has to use that for the next challah bake. I like that. I like that. The more you knead it, the more it rises. Beautiful, beautiful. Janet.
Thank you. So getting back to the relationships between men and women, although halachically we've explained it was at that time it wasn't wrong. Perhaps because, like you've always said under chuppah, ish and isha, that Hashem is between, or else there's fire. When it's made transactional and it's put as a commodity, monetary, maybe that takes Hashem.
I would certainly say, yeah.
And so
it's an ish and isha with a chuppah and a ketuva that makes the yid kei vav kei. Yeah,
so
I'd agree with that.
When it's actually for money, and since this was a transaction for money, or at least collateral,
correct.
That may be what makes it less than...
I hear that. I hear that. Dove and then Cheryl.
It looks like Tamar taught Esther what to do.
Tamar told Esther. Who's Esther? Esther.
Okay, that's an interesting thought, Dove. Okay, Cheryl?
I have a question. So did Yehuda marry Tamar?
So it says afterwards, Velo Yasaf, right? And he did not, well, Yasaf is ambiguous in its meaning. Rashi brings, Yesh Omrim Lo Husif. There are those that say that he never was again with her. There are those that say he never stopped being with her, that he did marry her afterwards.
Of course he married, otherwise those kids would be mamzers.
1 second. 1 second. First of all, marrying afterwards is not going to help with the children who were born already.
Conception.
Marrying afterwards is not going to help a thing. It's all conception. Right? Right? And if she, first, and the children are not going to be mamzerim because this was yibum. Yibum is this levirate marriage, is this idea that when a woman is widowed, she marries the family, the brother, in order, right? And, right, but she was not married at the time. And if a woman is unmarried, regardless of the man being married, the only way a mamzer is created is if a Jewish married woman has relations with another man.
If she is not married and conceives,
if
the child is not a
if a single Jewish girl, like Jewish children who are up for adoption, right? Normally, what happens? How are the Jewish children up for adoption? What normally happens is right? A girl got herself pregnant, get herself pregnant, but that's how we say it, sorry. It doesn't work that way. Right? A girl got pregnant, and as a single girl, right, that's a terrible expression, she got herself. She didn't get herself. Anyhow, right? So a girl got pregnant, and they were not, she was young, right? We're not yet married, was not going to raise the child, right? So the child is not a mamzer.
No,
Right? It's a Jew, right? And if a married man, halachically, if a married man, not that he could or should, but if a married man has relations with an unmarried woman, and a child is born, the child is not a halachic mamzer. Because a man, according to Torah, could feasibly have more than one wife. A discussion Natalie and I don't like to have. Okay? Right? The only way a mamzer comes around is a mamzer is formed is from a Jewish married woman having relations with a man other than her husband. So therefore, right, what he would do afterwards with Tamar is not going to affect the child in any way, shape, or form. Would not affect their status in any way.
Even if the husband of that woman recognizes the child as his own, he's still a mamzer?
Yes, they don't know it's a mamzer, but it's a mamzer. Right? Yeah.
So,
Go.
Can't mamzerim result also from unpermitted relationships?
Yes, also an incest relationship. That's
And what
correct.
about a Kohen married and
No.
unpermitted?